Talk now with our legal analyst, LaFonda Middleton. Thanks so much for joining us. Now, we heard together, we were all listening to this today. The judge spent almost 20 minutes giving his reasoning behind his decision. And he said a young man with dreams was gunned down in this community. Well, what do you see as maybe his #1 reason for giving both the father and son life with no parole?
His #1 reason for giving them life without the possibility of parole is the fact that they showed a lack of remorse. The way they responded after the shooting, they didn't even check on Ahmaud. Travis just turned his back, walked to his dad, and then they started to spin the narrative right away.
And I also noticed the judge brought up something that Travis McMichael said on the stand about the day of the shooting. He said, "This was the worst day of my life." Now, the prosecutor quoted that today. Also, in addition to the judge, how have those words come back to haunt him, would you say?
Yeah, so Travis was thinking about himself and only about himself. He wasn't thinking about Ahmaud at all. It showed that he lacked remorse. It showed that he was selfish in his actions. He was only thinking about himself. And that came out very loud and clear in his testimony and clearly on the video. I think that's and I think that absolutely did come back to haunt him.
I also noticed the judge this afternoon talked several times about Ahmaud Arbery's mother, Wanda Cooper Jones. He even quoted her at a couple of points. It sounded as if her words really impacted him. And I know you noticed that too. We talked about that. What was your reaction to that?
Yeah, I agree. I love the fact that the judge used some of her words in his sentencing and to justify the sentence that he pronounced today. I think he was sending a message to Wanda Cooper Jones that, though you've lost your son, I hear you. I heard you from the beginning. I listened to the testimony, and you are being seen and heard, and that's all we can want. And as a grieving mother who is lost her son, will never get him back, I think it's the most that she could have asked for today.
And I want to ask you one more thing. The defense attorneys are promising to appeal, and the judge said today, I heard him say they have 30 days to file. Do you see any issue, any grounds at all on which they could win an appeal?
I don't. I think this judge was very slow and methodical with his rulings. He listened to all of the attorneys, to the prosecutors, to the defense attorneys. He heard their arguments. He did research. It was very clear that he was doing research all along. So I think they have a pretty airtight case for the state. I don't think that there are any issues that I saw that would result in, the case being reversed on appeal.
LaFonda Middleton, our legal analyst, thank you so much for offering your expertise, really, for this entire case. You've been with us the whole time. And we are going to be talking with you again soon, though, because these 3 men are also charged with federal hate crimes. The jury selection for that trial begins a month from today. Thanks, LaFonda.